This is the Lost Sub Scorcher, and the Sub Scorcher is the high-performance shortboard for small to medium waves and waves that have a flatter face on them, more crumbly, mushy, but definitely small to medium wave all-around performer. It's based off the Scorcher series from Lost, and the Scorcher series have a flatter entry and then more kick out the tail. You're going to be getting into your waves early with that flat entry rocker, and then you've got your maneuverability from your tail rocker. All of these boards also have a pretty noticeable bump in the outline back at where the fins are, right about here where my foot is, and then that brings the width of the board down. It still has a good sized tail block on the board, but the Sub Scorcher is what is just a great all-around performance small wave high performance shortboard, and you can ride these boards considerably smaller than your standard shortboard. On my right is it's the Lost Sub Scorcher in Hydroflex supercharger technology, and what that is it's a EPS foam blank with epoxy resin and the Hydroflex 3D rooted fiberglass and vacuum bagging construction to suck all those roots down into the blank. It makes a board that's extremely strong but also incredibly light. I mean, just the weight of these things is really, really light, which is good for small wave surfing to have a very, very light board. Problem is, when you make a really light board, a lot of times they fall apart. That's why the supercharger tech is really nice, because it makes a really, really light board that's actually stronger than a standard PU poly board. The other thing that's nice about supercharger is that with this vent right here, you can change the air pressure inside the board. You can make it softer for bumpy conditions if it's windy or blown out and choppy. Making the board softer is going to actually make it feel more like a standard PU board and absorb that chop. If you pump more into it and make it stiffer, then the board is going to work better in total glass. It's just going to be more responsive. That's a way to tune the flex. You can also tune it softer or stiffer just based on your preference of how you like a board to flex and respond to your input in the turns. So that's the Lost Sub Scorcher in supercharger tech. On my left here, we also have a Lost Sub Scorcher in Firewire FST. FST has the real light EPS foam core with a high density bottom sheet, a high density deck, and then the parabolic balsa rails just to give you extra spring in the turns. This is also a very durable construction, great against dents on the deck of the board. That high density foam deck is really durable. Both of these boards are dedicated tries. You'll see them coming through either with FCS boxes or future boxes. I actually got a future here and an FCS just to show that. But just a great all-around workhorse in your quiver. Very forgiving shortboard. It's probably the easiest all-around shortboard you'll ever surf. If you're coming off of a hybrid, this is a great one to look at. But it's just a great, easy to surf board, and it makes you surf better performance shortboard-wise. The Lost Sub Scorcher.